Cavaliers will play tonight. I think they went up, one down over the weekend. They lost to the Warriors, beat the Trailblazers in Portland by a few. They'll play the Kings. That's Tristan Thompson out there in Sacramento. I don't think the Cavs are home until next Monday, so they're on the road all week. 10 o'clock tonight, Cavs-Kings here on MMS. So 9:30 is when your pregame will begin. Some of the wildest professional football that a lot of fans of a lot of different teams had seen in a long, long time this weekend. A lot of weird games. Terry the Goat went 6-4 in the last regular season week.
Closing out pretty strong there.
Closing out strong. She went, for the entire season, she went 99-94.
Not bad for a
winning
goat.
Winning record.
Not bad for a goat.
Yep. She's the Mike Tomlin of livestock.
Good for her.
And Terry's picks for Week 18. Only games she missed is she picked the Ravens over the Steelers, picked the Patriots over the Dolphins, picked the Chargers over the Raiders, and Cardinals over the Seahawks.
Man,
she did not pick the Browns.
I really wanted a tie.
A lot of people wanted a tie.
That would have been very funny. It's just the funniest thing. You know, the Steelers got to the playoffs. They're going to play the Chiefs. Chiefs are a pretty good team, so I don't think they'll get very far in the playoffs. But, you know, everyone's got a chance. But, man, that would have been so funny if they didn't get into the playoffs because the Chargers and Raiders tied.
Well, they could have...
They should have done that.
Yeah, they could have done that.
They should have just not scored. Just 0-0. It would have been the funniest thing.
I was curious if anybody had our friend Megan Gailey on suicide watch after that. She's a big Indianapolis Colts fan.
That's one thing that,
and if
as tough as this season was for the Browns, that was a gut-wrenching loss to see your team on the cusp of making the playoffs, fighting their way back into contention, and then blowing it to a 2-14 team.
The Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Indianapolis Colts and knocked them out of. Jags don't care. They're like, hey man, we're gonna do fine no matter what happens. And Browns beat the Bengals.
They had a bunch of fans in the stands dressed as clowns. Like, it was a very strange day.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly I didn't know why that was happening, but a lot of the Jacksonville Jaguar fans dressed as clowns on Sunday, which was weird.
What was that in reference to? Urban Meyer? Or he's gone, though, right?
Yeah,
Urban Meyer's gone.
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. Well, a lot of teams. My Bears had their coach and their GM fired. Broncos fired their coach. Vikings, Dolphins, all fired their coaches. So
I'm surprised by the Dolphins firing their coach.
A lot of people are.
That's a guy that they started the season slow, but they won like their last 8 or 9 games in a row. They had a very strong second half of the season, so it was weird to fire him.
Well, I think because this is the 4th season, he didn't get them in the playoffs, and they were like, "We got to do something else."
I think
a lot of people were surprised by that.
I think
the other ones, I don't think anyone was surprised.
No,
but the Colts losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm surprised Nagy made it to the end of the season with the Bears.
Well, yeah, I mean they've been talking about that for a while, so it was no surprise there. And your Cleveland Browns pull one out over the mighty Cincinnati Bengals. Whatever. Sound and fury signifying nothing.
Take that, Dick from Dayton.
But still,
talking all that crap on Friday about the Browns losing to the Bengals.
Yeah.
Take that.
For all of his bluster when he calls and for all of his contention that he is a diehard Cleveland fan, I get word on Friday from listeners in Cincinnati that Dick's all over Cincinnati ready. The Bengals are going to beat the Browns, blah, blah, blah. That's what you get for being a bandwagoner, Dick. He didn't think I'd find out. Guess what? And this is bad timing for him, too, because I don't want to say anything before. When he was gainfully employed at Lowe's, I was contractually obligated to take his calls. But now that he is retired, now that he no longer is gainfully employed full-time, I'm sure he's still wandering. What do you think the over-under is that Dick, of his own accord, just walks around the Beaver Creek Lowe's waiting for former coworkers to have a chat with him? You think he's at that point yet in his retirement, or is he still basking in the glow?
No, it's only been a few weeks.
Yeah, I don't think he's that. And with the weather and the way he's so busy with all his different
banjoing?
38 bands that he's in.
Yeah, more like Kettering Bandwagon Society. Am I right?
You are right.
very
You
good.
are 110% right. By the way, on the subject of Bob Saget, a lot of people offering their tributes and whatever. One person did text me in the break. He was found in a Ritz-Carlton. Who's the current host of America's Funniest Videos? A guy that played a character named Carlton.
Ooh.
So
Were there any Ritz crackers? That would be.
he was surrounded by Ritz cracker crumbs. Well, they thought so. Apparently, they took it over to crime scene investigation, forensics, or whatever, and quickly determined townhouse. Which, again, makes the loss all the sadder since he was consuming a superior cracker.
Also, just doesn't flow as well. Townhouse Carlton.
I don't know.
They made the right
We're
choice.
just so
is all
I
I'm
think that
saying.
they did too.
Ritz,
Yes.
yeah.
Is the Ritz-Carlton owned by the cracker company? You know how
think
like
so.
Guinness Brewery does the Guinness Book of World Records?
Mm-hmm.
Is the Ritz-Carlton hotel chain owned by Ritz Crackers?
Tom Ritz, yeah.
Mondelez International or whoever owns it now? All right. Alan Dick was on the radio here in town earlier today saying that he had Cleveland by 3. Boy, this guy.
What a flip-flopper.
He,
all
not
over the
only a
place.
flip-flopper, he might not remember what he says. Perhaps he's in
Yeah, that's
early
true.
stage dementia or something. Or we've had multiple conversations with him. Maybe mid-stage dementia. Or,
Yeah.
you know what?
Late
Late stage
stage, yeah.
dementia. The owner of the Jaguars is a clown. That's why the fans are saying that by dressing. Well, the owner is Shahid Khan. Why is he a clown? He's just a guy. He's just a billionaire.
Because of the
It's like a
choices
Pakistani
that he's
billionaire.
making, I'm guessing.
Ah,
That makes him a clown.
I see.
But hey, and we're going to show you you're a clown by buying tickets
To
come
your
to
game.
your game.
Spending
That'll
money.
teach him. That'll show him.
Yeah. Well, listen, I and you see these photos of Norm and Bob Saget, and your heart breaks. And on the heels of Betty White, that's the bummer. I've got to give you some money here. That'll cheer you up. It's $1,000. It's a chance for you to go fund yourself. About 30 past every hour. Get one of these keywords. So listen closely, and I hope you win. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword HOPE at WMMS.com. That's HOPE. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
The Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company, this says it was founded in 1983?
Really?
Maybe.
That sounds recent.
I mean, when was the hotel boom?
The hotel boom? Mm-hmm. Was there a hotel boom?
I think so.
Was there?
Is it not listed on your Wikipedia page?
Before the boom, there were no rooms at the inn. It was in
Right.
the Bible.
Yeah.
It's right there. The hotel boom then would have been shortly after the alleged
Bible.
birth of Jesus Christ. Yes, I think so.
So the hotel boom was in 1 AD.
Yes, one Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company serving our customers the highest quality since not AD.
Oh,
AD was when he died. So it would have been like,
Before Christ.
it would have been.
After death. That's the only way that it's measured.
They cut it all
But it
out. They
wasn't-
cut out the
so
middle.
it would have been in 33.
But wasn't
No,
80 not
before
actually
Christ.
meaning,
It doesn't mean after death.
it means like
no.
anti-diem or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Anti-demons is what it means.
Demons.
Oh,
Because
then
he
yeah,
was
one.
there and they were
Then
like,
one
It's
AD,
after-
yeah.
it's after demons.
After
It's-
demons.
Yeah. There were the Bava movies, there were the Lucio Fulci movies,
Yes.
and there were the Giallo movies, and yeah, so it was after demons. 1983 for Ritz-Carlton. Now, what I'm reading here is it has nothing to do with the cracker. It was
Just a coincidence.
the current company was founded in 1983 when the previous owners sold the Ritz-Carlton brand name.
There you go.
So it's been around for a long time.
That makes a little bit more sense.
Okay. It was started by Swiss hotelier Caesar Ritz in 1913. Caesar Ritz.
One of my favorite flavors, honestly.
Caesar. I'll tell you what, everybody else is going with barbecue. Everybody else is going ranch. Only Ritz Crackers
Anchovy.
had the balls to come out with Caesar flavored. Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't branched out into more flavors like Oreo, where
Oreo
there's
flavored
all these-
crackers?
Yeah, like there's just a bunch of different Ritz flavors, but I think
Oh,
they're
yeah.
still pretty basic.
I
do like a Ritz though.
I'm not a huge cracker person, but I really like these pretzel fins. They're like pretzel crackers.
Those are good.
I tried a new flavor, and I was so upset because now I have a whole bag of them, and I'm like, these are not good. They're
was
vegetable flavor.
Well,
You thought that would
Now,
be good?
hold on. Ritz, speaking of, has a vegetable flavored cracker like the Ritz Thins, the like popped ones.
Okay.
That's very good. And I was like, oh, maybe it'll be a similar flavor, like garden vegetable, and it was trash.
like almost a ranch.
Almost, yeah. It's like the one that Ritz did was awesome, and then I was like, oh, maybe this pretzel one will be just as good. And it's not. It tastes like a garden. It tastes like dirt.
I'll tell you what I tried as
awful.
Not the garden you want to eat.
No.
I'll tell you what I tried as an impulse buy, and they were pretty good. Cheez-Its
Love Cheez-Its.
makes, my daughter loves Cheez-Its, but they make like these thins. They're almost like if you got a really thin pita chip.
Yeah.
Cheez-Its somethings. I don't know what they're called, but they're kind of like pita chips. And they have like barbecue. Pretty good. Not
Yeah.
too shabby.
Yeah, cheese it brings it.
The word Ritzy, by the way, comes from Caesar Ritz. So a Ritzy hotel, that's just good marketing for the Ritz-Carlton chain, because they're like, yeah, the word. Nobody's walking around like, this place is positively Hiltonian. Nobody is. There's no adverbs that came from other hotels, right?
Right.
Ritzy. Very nice.
Good job, Caesar.
Hard to believe, boy, that you thought that those garden vegetable chips wouldn't
Pretzels, not even chips.
Oh, God.
Pretzel crisps.
Pretzel crisps.
Well, the salt and pepper ones are really
The
good.
salt and pepper ones are
They're awesome.
incredible.
They have a buffalo flavor that's really good. They have like
Wait,
an everything
why would you
bagel
get
flavor.
a chip that is salt flavored,
No, it's salt and pepper flavored.
but it's half salt already?
No, it isn't.
Yes.
Not all chips are salted.
Oh, those are salt and pepper.
Right,
Yes.
so it's salt.
Why wouldn't you just get
It's
regular
the salt
chips?
and pepper flavored
salt
chips.
and pepper? It's where they put salt
That's
and
a
pepper
scam.
onto
Have you
the...
ever had like a salt and
What
pepper
a s-
kettle cooked chip? It's
No.
real good.
What a scam.
Not a scam.
They're already salted, and then they go salt and pepper.
So then they add pepper.
So do you not
Just call
buy...
them pepper chips
Yeah.
then.
So then should they be
It's
called
salt and
vinegar
pepper.
chips?
Yes.
You're eating vinegar
Yes.
chips, not salt and vinegar
Now
chips?
you're on board with me. Yes.
not.
Vinegar chips, pepper chips. They're already salted.
No.
They're not going to give you unsalted pepper chips. They're going to
They
be
might.
Nope. They're going to be by Okay, do they?
I don't know.
No,
I don't
they
know
don't.
all the chips.
I've never
By-
seen them just as pepper.
That's what I'm saying.
Or just as
but-
vinegar.
By definition, they are already salted, salt and pepper. I'm telling you this scam.
But there is probably an unsalted
They do.
version of those chips,
And
right?
speaking of which,
it's
I
why
was-
one of another scam is one of these myriad Oreo flavors now are cookies and cream. You know what that amounts to? Crushed up Oreos is the filling.
Yeah. It's all the stuff that falls on the floor. They just sweep it up and put it in the
No.
cream.
Guys, I came up with one more flavor. What should we call it? Floor scraps? No.
Yeah. No, cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream.
The lightly salted Lay's is just a lighter blue color than the salt and vinegar Lay's. And I
gotta be
have
careful.
on multiple occasions bought the lightly salted, popped them open, put one in my mouth and be like, this is not...
I think that's
I
another
wanted
scam.
my tongue to be destroyed.
I will eat salt and vinegar chips until my tongue bleeds.
I think it's
love
another.
those
I think
chips.
lightly salted is another marketing scam. What is lightly salted?
Not as salty. Lower sodium.
Less salt.
But how do you quantify that? If you go,
Well, you
With
compare
grams,
it
with-
to another product and go,
Stop
this
it.
one's got more salt.
We're gonna
this
use-
one's got less salt.
We're going to use 20 grams of salt regularly. We'll only use 12 grams of salt now.
they tell
that is
you
lightly
that
salted.
they tell you that on the bag. You have no way of knowing that's
Why,
the
when
case.
did you become so anti-trusting,
I'm not-
distrustful, mistrusting? What's
the
the word
day
I
I
want?
came out of my mama. What are you talking about? I'm saying that. Listen, we all know
What
marketing.
happened to you over the weekend that you're like, chips are lying?
They are all. That's right. We just
They're
buy into
all
it.
salty.
It's all salted.
They are. It's
They're
food
salted.
science.
Big
They're-
potatoes behind it.
It's
Seasoned with lies.
It's food science. Lies and pepper. No, it's all made up.
Yeah.
There aren't.
But there is less salt on the lightly salted
It said
compared
it in
to
the sodium. right there.
according to the bag.
Yes, because
What is
that's
this conspiracy theory?
It's not a conspiracy theory. I'm saying if
but,
you were to, if
but,
somebody.
but they taste different because there's less salt.
But there's my question. Do they?
Yes.
yes.
If you were to take, if I were to blindfold you and give you one of each.
Yes, a yellow bag of Lay's, like the
No,
original
you see-
Lay's.
no, you
and
s-
then the lightly salted.
It doesn't matter what color the bag is because you're blindfolded. I just
I'm
give you.
saying those are the two
I give
types.
you a chip.
If I closed my eyes and
Yeah.
you had a regular that came from the Lay's original,
Mm-hmm.
the yellow bag, and you had one from the lightly salted, those would taste wildly different.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Because the lightly salted just tastes like cardboard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just more potato. More potato for your buck. If that's what you're
Less
looking
salt.
for.
Then why don't they call them, instead of lightly salted, heavily potatoed?
I think that's implied.
I don't think that's what people are looking for. I think
You
they're
don't
looking
think so?
for. I think they're trying to cut back on their salt intake, so they go, "Oh, okay,
low
I'm
sodium
not,
is what they
I'm not
say.
looking for more potato. I'm looking for less salt because you
Speaking
can
of-
still have it be heavily potato and still be very salty."
Off topic, but very funny on the potato thing. We were playing Mario Party. I don't know when the last time you guys played that was.
That is funny.
The newer version, I don't know what gaming console it's for or whatever, but there
Probably
was
Switch.
a game on there, like hot potato, where you toss it, but it was called lit potato. And it's
Lip
like
potato?
Lit,
Lit
L-I-T,
potato, okay.
L-I-T, lit potato.
Yep.
And my sister just looks at me so nonchalantly and goes, Mare, that was you when you drank. I was like, you
were a
son of
lit
bitch."
potato.
Potato.
So now my 10-year-old niece will not stop calling me lit potato every time she sees
Anti-lit
me.
potato. What is Mario Party? I only ever played Mario Kart. What is Mario Party?
It's like a board game almost.
It's
So
a
you,
bunch
like-
of mini games.
Yeah.
So you'll go through the board and like you'll land on these different mini games and everybody participates and it's very fun.
And you can win
and it
and
gets
earn
very
stars,
competitive, yes.
and it's a fun way for like I don't know how many it goes up to 4, 6 players.
Yeah, I think
It's a good time.
we used to play it on the N64 and there was one game where you had to like rotate the middle
The games
joystick,
can be really
and
hard.
You
They
would
were.
end up with blisters on your hands because you're going so wild with this thing. It would dig right into your palm.
Intense.
Yeah.
Wow, that doesn't sound like a party to me.
It's a
It
fun
was a
part.
sounds
party if you
painful.
won.
I used to enjoy
It's worth the pain, you know.
I guess so.
You gotta beat your siblings.
I don't care how old I am or how old the game is. Super Smash Bros. Was like my game.
I was so bad at that game.
Super Smash Bros. I used to get Kirby, and people used to hate me because I used to suck
You
them
just
and
suck
take
'em
their
up, yeah.
suck them and take their powers, and then
That's what you still do.
That's what they used to call Eskimo Brothers before that got to be politically incorrect.
Kirby?
No, Super Smash Brothers
Oh.
is what they called them.
That's actually more.
It is more politically correct,
more
isn't it?
politically
Yes.
correct,
All right, let's make that happen.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be copyright
My
infringement.
Super Smash Brothers over here.
It's a
Super
bu-
Smash Brothers with the giant from
You
WWE.
and what's his name?
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve.
no, the Big Show.
Big Show.
Yeah,
Right.
He's my and Larry Johnson.
That's right. Big Show took his name, of course, from Ed Sullivan. I've got to take a break. If you want to get a text for anything, 35192 to do that. You can listen anywhere you are on the iHeartRadio app.